Hello everyone! Today we will show how easy it is to build and configure agents in Booked-in AI. We can use the Setup Builder as shown in other videos, or we can go directly to the Agents section. We can use the AI Builder. It'll ask us a few questions. We select the channels the agent is going to use, and if the agent works inbound, outbound, or both. And then we can add the conversation script. But you don't have to write it. For this, we can provide you with a scriptwriter. Here we'll just paste it and continue. Common objections can be added to help the agent handle them. Now we need to determine what makes a lead qualified and submit. We just wait for it to finish creating. Next, we will see the main prompt, which is general for the agent, no matter which channel it uses to communicate, and the agent objective. Here we have prompts written for every channel we select. Save and continue. Now we start configuring the agent. First, we set the time zone here. Don't forget to add variables to the prompt if needed. You can also build an agent from scratch, but don't worry, we don't need to start from zero. There's templates for many different businesses, like real estate. Now we need to save it and start tweaking the prompt. Some fields need to be changed, so let's use the AI enhancer to help us edit. Now we will see what lines were added and which ones were removed. If we agree, we just accept and save. Using templates, you will see that there's one part that belongs to the channel prompt. We're just going to copy this and add a channel. We paste it here. If we were to build it from scratch, the sectioned view would help us structure the full prompt. Now using the same logic, we could be adding more channels. Here we can edit the AI model. Needs to work well with tools while keeping a good balance between latency and cost. Now we can also change the voice configuration. In this example, we'll select 11 Labs as the voice provider. We can either use one of these voices or find a custom voice ID from 11 Labs that we like. We can set the first message. The voicemail message is only needed for outbound agents. So let's go. If we want our agent to speak a different language, we need to set the transcriber. We choose the model and the language. For that, you'll need to find the right voice too. Now, we can configure how the agent speaks by editing all these parameters here. We could activate the smart endpointing or set a maximum call duration. Make sure you test the agent thoroughly to fine-tune the speech. Now, in the advanced section, we can enable voice sketching to reduce latency and costs. Then we just save the configuration. Message channels are easier to configure. We can change the model and we can set the first message. If we split long messages, they will appear more human. So, let's continue. We could keep on adding channels, but now let's go to Tools. We can connect our calendar and assign it to the agent. If we want to create a new voice tool, we have many options. There's default ones like Transfer or End Call, and there's endless MCP connections or even custom tools, which let us do API requests during the conversation. Voice agents need to have an end call tool to avoid loops and reduce call costs. So, let's look at the connection. S for voice. Only inbound agents need to have a number assigned to them, since they are responsible for receiving calls. Outbound agents, on the other hand, do not need a number assigned in this section. For messaging, we always need to assign the number. Now, we go to Advanced Settings. Here we can set the proactive AI, so our agents can be triggered under different circumstances. We select the time zone and our business hours. We can set up the appointment system to detect appointments and reminders, and handle no-shows. We can set up different reminders. We can also set the no-show recovery process, or customize the instant follow-ups with some business context. The lead strategies are based on lead scoring. This will automatically be assigned to every customer based on their responses, their tone, and the actions they take. For example, if they book an appointment or not. We can save the proactive configuration here. We could also add a webhook URL, which can be connected to an inbound webhook in a CRM, or integrated with an automation platform. Now, we enable field updates and select which fields we want to extract. Existing leads will retain previously stored data, but inbound agents will need to collect all the data from a new lead. You just write the custom field with natural language and hit Enter. All these fields will be automatically stored at a contact level in the Leads section. We can already go and test our agent with SMS or call to test it, making sure the tools are working well. We're all set. The last step is simply testing a few different scenarios before going live.